So, coming up next, we have Vanessa McClean. And don't go anywhere because, you know, we have a lot of Lineage fans and persons who do not, I've never heard about her before in Africa. I'm surprised you didn't. I shouldn't say that because it is that, you know, unless you're Michael Jackson, then the world still needs to learn and know more about someone. But we have a lot of other Lineage fans that, you know, said, yes, thanks for bringing her on. We want to know so much more about her as well. And last but not least, we have Rain Africa, who hails out of South Africa. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up Vanessa McClean in less than 60 seconds. Keep it locked.
There's so many relationships in this world, but none can compare to me and Mr. Soft Loves. So many twists and turns at this junction. I gotta decide. Soft love, ready love, and a simple love. The one I choose is the best. I will travel, spread my bed high. So shall I lie on it? Soft love, how can I run away? You captivate me when I'm down. You lift me up. Soft love, I never knew what love is until you came along and you brightened up my song. A word from the one saying, love is vulnerable. So I find it hard to handle. That's the trouble. Plus the truth and the realities. I'm confused. His action says he loves me, but he tries to hide it. Soft love, how can I run away? You captivate me when I'm down. You lift me up. Soft love, I never knew what love is until you came along and you brightened up my song. When you speak, your velvet voice sounds and my heart is in thrills to my spine. More than noon or night, and I responded to its touch. No one can't have enough of your love, sweet love, oh baby. Soft love, how can I run away? You captivate me when I'm down. You lift me up. Soft love, I never knew what love is until you came along and you brightened up my song. Soft love. There's so many relationships in this world, but none can compare to me and Mr.
Yes. And you are listening to the sounds of Vanessa McClean, home away from home. She is currently in the UK. Okay, I'm not sure if it's London, but I have her in studio, so we can ask her some of those questions right now. But she hails out of the UK, like I said, Jamaican, away from home. Vanessa, are you there?
Oh yes, I hail from Jamaica and just visiting enjoying some of the British winter for the time being.
You're enjoying the British winter. The British winter is no joke, you know. It comes with the gloominess and all of that already. I've actually been there in the winter, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is a different kind of winter over here.
Oh yes, it is. But when you occupy yourself with music and musical people and people like yourselves listening to your show and getting involved in the sunshine part of life, no matter where you are, you'll be happy because with a bit of music, then everything is much more brighter and more happier. And even in the gloomy winter, your mood is enhanced with the sounds of music.
Okay, what can you tell our listening audience a little bit about Vanessa McClean? How about
Vanessa McClean is the daughter of the legendary Ranchi McLean. You had Sly and Ranchi McLean before you had Sly and Robbie. Now Ranchi McLean and Sly Dunbar, Ranchi McLean on bass guitar and Sly Dunbar on drums, changed the reggae drum and bass to what everybody's playing today. And then, when my father left Sly, and Robbie took over, he went to tour with Jimmy Cliff. And if you know Robert, the partner by Jimmy Cliff that won the Grammy Award, he is the one that wrote that song. Also, he is a prolific musician in that even Mighty Diamonds, Have Mercy and A Good Man and all of those tunes. My dad is instrumental in playing the bass guitar for the Mighty Diamonds, Marcia Griffiths. He was a Studio One resident bass guitar with Hookim and them. He plays the guitar as well as the bass and keyboard and a producer. And he did put out some songs, but his colleagues in the music never liked when he sang. They wanted him to always be playing because he's top 5 bass guitarist in the world and acclaimed multi Grammy Award winner. So that is the family that I come from, the legendary Ranchi McLean.
Oh, okay. Miss McLean. Now, it's obvious that you got some of the, the pipes and the music, some of you rub off certain things on you because you do it and you do it very well. We out the gate, we're listening to Soft Love, and it gives a different, expression in terms of everyone else that has been on here, and to bring a little bit of love to the platform as well. That song, Soft Love, is it one of your latest releases, or when was that song released?
Yes, it's one of the songs that's going to be on my album, Love, Life and Reggae, Soft Love. And that song, it means a lot in a tough world. Because, a lot of people underestimate the gentleness and the calmness that a relationship brings in terms of an intimate relationship from which you have the foundation of family, and children spring from there. And children from a loving home where the father and mother is loving is likely to be more, loving, and you have a better society if the children come from a nice home where parents are happy. So the song Soft Love is it's about everybody wants to be in love and people want to be hard. You can be hard by yourself, and who want to out hard who and out of order who in love. Love should be in order, and everybody must be soft and decent and nice to each other. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So that's what Soft Love is about.
Is the tone of your album, your upcoming album, centered around love? The theme?
No, the album itself is called Love, Life and Reggae, and I would say this is my first album coming out, and it's all me. In terms of there's a fun side of me, there is a gospel side of me, there is a women's rights side of me, there's a reggae side of me, there's a serious side of me. So it reflects my many moods that I've captured in music. And as I say, in the Soft Love, I'm an assertive female. I was raised strong. But there is a certain type of man that can make me soft. And that is what Soft Love is about. So the album is me, as I said, Love, Life and Reggae.
Oh, wow. Well, I am loving it. So, on this album, how many tracks are you expecting to release? Did you come up with all the tracks already? Because I'm trying to see if I can do a track. I can collaborate with you to be on one of the tracks for this album.
Well, I tell you what, This album is something else. It started off like as an EP, and I was just gonna do an EP. Or the whole music career started off with me just doing one song in honor of my mom. But how this album came about was I went out with the one song and I encountered, this was to be a tribute to my mom. I've always known there was a musical calling, but being camera shy and not wanting to publicity, and then I went in another way with my career. I'm like, okay, I'll do one song for my mom and leave it. But my dad's, when I went out in the social media, up comes my dad's friends, people like Grub Cooper, Earl Smith, you know, all the men, all the giants of reggae are friends to my father. And they're like, young lady, we hear some kind of caliber here. It's almost sometimes as if they're looking for a reincarnation of my father, which I don't think it's a tall order. I don't think I can't be my dad. I could be I have traits of him, as you say. But they like, young lady, this is not going to stop here. You're going to go further. And then I said, okay, I'll do an EP. And then it's turned into an album where the songs just kept getting more and more and more until I have several albums written. But the album itself, if there is room for a collaboration, the door is still open, because the album is not yet released. So once it's not yet released, there's room for more. But as I said, the album is diverse. For example, you've got a cover on it. I love Aretha Franklin, for example. She was one of my mentors. I've got a Bridge Over Troubled Water, but it's with African drums in it and the reggae snare. And so it comes from many parts of me, even that cover, the Bridge Over Troubled Water cover. And you'll hear the Crazy Loves, you'll hear The Life Goes On, you'll hear songs about my story, me. The album, it's the different parts of me.
Okay. Yeah. On that note, I'm going to jump to Crazy Love, and when we come back, we're going to take some questions from our listening audience.
Yes, thank you.
Man, what you doing to me? Sure, man, take it easy now. You look in my eyes, and it took me by surprise. Then you said to me, what do you like? I said, me no like you, no like you. I love the ocean side, but how was I to know? How was I to know? I would have fallen. You would have fallen. I didn't see it coming. No way. Me had a question missing. But it's a love, crazy love, different kind of love, crazy love, crazy loving. Walk up to the data, romantic. Back me in a corner, post big kiss. Ease up, man, me can angle this. In a me heart, me was up to it. War panic and natty look the data. Wake up from the dream, count 1, 2, 3. Me have to live that in your bad mind start, yeah. Worries and around over the low, So they must be dreaming. Then it took me by surprise. The only thing I could ever see was the differences in us. But the things we had in common was more than our differences. It's this kind of loving, it's a crazy kind of loving.
Yes, so I, as I'm listening to this track right here, Crazy Love, yeah, can't get enough of Crazy Love. But Vanessa, when we talk about soft love and crazy love, is this both songs are portraying the same person, or is there something I'm missing?
I'd like to leave that a mystery. However, though, I just spoke about the kind of man that makes an assertive female like me soft until it would be in love, or any woman would be in love.
Yeah.
Because of how he approaches the person, in the song. But for example, Crazy Love, the Crazy Love was written from the perspective of many worlds, where in the song, for example, you can have people of different class.
Yes.
For example, you have a Muslim and a Jew falling in love.
Yes.
And the hell it would cause. And to put it in the reggae context or in the Jamaica context.
Yes.
For example, you have an upper class there's in my mind there, I don't see class, but the world is like that. There's the class system and a class system and lower class. So for example, you have a Rasta and a Christian getting together. And we all know the shebang and the problems that comes. In Africa, they would call it the wahala. In Nigeria, the problems that would come with that kind of relationship, where people from the outside would think they would be so different because they would have different religious beliefs. And then people make assumptions that people who carry locks, people want to class them, but and they want to say something, so you'd have maybe educated and not so educated. But what they do not realize, that those differences are perceived, because love is the same, and if there is love, it overcomes a multitude of sins, and it moves mountains. And for example, in the love, when I said warp and the corner, just know that if you're deeply in love. And when you have a power couple or a potential power couple, even the ones who are would lower would feel that the one in the upper class want to take that person out of there, and because maybe that is the one Bob Marley type, that you can see that one musically is going somewhere, or the one that is Mr. Andrew Oldest type, him come from humble means, but he's gonna be a prime minister one day, for example. And those people feel that you're reaching down, and they could see the stardom in the person, and you want to take that one out to and it they can feel lost, and they can say, well, don't bother going, and they want to hold that person there in their place. So sometimes a love, even it can cause jealousy and terrible bad mind and a whole lot of bangarang. So that Crazy Love is about a man who can capture a queen to make her soft, and then until they become crazily in love, and despite the differences of age, religion, class, and everything, there is this love, and all the outsiders say, well, they're different, but the two in the middle of it know they're the same, because sometimes a person's from a class that you don't know. You don't know some things about them, but the two of them know stuff about each other that you don't. So for me, in other words, what I would say about Crazy Love is people must mind their business alone and leave people to be softly and crazily in love.
One thing that we talk about the album itself. How much tracks will be on the album? How much tracks have you completed?
The album itself will have about 15 tracks on it.
Are there any collaborations on the album?
There is one collaboration. The final song on the album, it will be the Our Father Prayer.
Okay.
The Our Father Prayer is a collaboration between me and Joe Marie and J. Marie Sims, who are my cousins by my mother's side. And they are Christians, because I was raised in the church. And that Our Father Prayer song came from a dream. I would call it a dreadful dream I had, that the Most High was speaking, that the prayer, the Our Father prayer, unites all faiths and denominations. They have a version of the Our Father prayer. And if you notice, when Jesus was praying, he prayed to the Most High, he prayed to his Father, and he never asked anyone to pray to him. So for me, it's all the men. And I would say this is a very political point I'm going to get on when I say all the Jesuses, all the Selassies, all the Mohammeds, who men have used men as their tool or their prophet or their vehicle to connect to themselves and through other men as prophets to God. And because of that now, everything that man has gotten into, the class, the color and all these things have come about. But there is, in my opinion, there is one Most High who was before religion and will be after religion. And our Father prayer is us praying to our Father, right? And to me, my Father is above all the Jesuses, all the Selassies, all the Mohammeds. I believe that this energy and this creator created them and created us. So it's like in a dream, like something was saying, you took the prayer out of the schools and left the place with darkness. For example, the Our Father prayer says, it says, forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. And I remember when I used to go to school, and even if you had a little trifle with your brother and your sister, and when you hit that verse of prayer in the mornings, you'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta start forgiving. But now we've lived in a very unforgiving world that has gone away from the norms. So that version of Our Father prayer is the final song will be on the album.
As you are,
and it.
Go
pardon
ahead.
me?
No, go ahead. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that would be the final. I was just gonna say it would be the final song. So other songs will go in between that, including collaborations if there are upcoming ones who would go into the album, would make it 16, 17 track album. No problem.
Okay. Now you're in the UK, and I guess you will be. Will you be in the UK for Christmas, or do you have plans?
I will be spending Christmas in the UK.
Okay. Home away from home. So, being in the UK for Christmas, what is Christmas like? What is the takeaway? Whereas you are Jamaica bred and you being in another country and spending. I would want
to have a happy Jamaican Christmas, ideally with the sunshine. But there is a little bit of sunshine here. My son, he's a half Yoruba, half Jamaican.
Yeah.
And my son is in the UK. My son is Mayuwa, which means joy, and his surname by father means strength. And of course, his mother's, he has his mother's surname as well as his father's. So it's joy, strength, and music. So he is my little sunshine, or my tall, over 6 foot, handsome sunshine that is a 15-year-old. My son is here, so I would enjoy spending some time in the United Kingdom with him. So that's whenever I look at him, it warms my heart. So those things are priceless.
Okay. Well, I tell you then, of course it is, we're running through and keeping it going with the shorter interviews today. But when you come out with the album next year, I'm going to bring you back, and we're going to get a little bit more into the structure of the album, the songs that are included on the album as well. I wanted to introduce to the world, because this, I listen to my listeners as well and their requests, and their request was for, a female. They want to hear more of the female, feel more of the female energy on this platform as well. And another set that are saying that there's like no music to listen to from the females, and I'm like, you're not looking, because there's great music that's out there as well. So to introduce it to my listeners who are actually, appreciative of what it is that I'm doing today, which usually I don't do a show in December. So again, that's that. So I'm going to bring you on for a longer interview when you come out with the album. We're going to vibe. Yes. We're going to vibe out with Life Goes On. But before we vibe out with Life Goes On, can you any last minute shout outs, and can you share your social media handles?
Just want to big up Dr. Empress Rose for the great work that this show has been doing, and as a woman, leading sisters out there and bringing, as women, we have to take up our our own mantle, because the world, by virtue of the power structures in the world and men being born the stronger species, and they do lock together in a power base. So it flows over in music as well. And I just wanted to thank you for shining light to the sisters and bringing out the female energy, because women give birth to life. And even the song that you're gonna feature next, it speaks about life from the feminine mother nature, energy. And I just want to big up all the fans that have taken the time to tune in tonight to listen to the great Dr. Empress Rose and Vanessa McClean. The song that you're about to go out with me is called Life Goes On, and that is the title track, the lead song of my upcoming album, Love, Life and Reggae, because the song speaks to say, no matter what you're going through, no matter what darkness that the universe is going through, life goes on. So anyone that's trying to hijack life and do what they're trying to do, just know that there's a life factory somewhere in the universe where you cannot get to it. And a woman is in charge of it, Mother Nature. And so we say, no matter what doom and gloom you're going through, life goes on.
I appreciate you wholeheartedly, and I thank you for giving my roses while I'm still alive.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing me on, in fact, the fans.
All right. We're going to vibe out with Life Goes On. Did you share your social media handles with the audience, by the way?
Okay, my Vanessa, a lot of people, I am Vanessa with an E, so it's VENESSA MCLEAN. That's Vanessa McClean at Yahoo. My email is at Yahoo email, and also my social media handles is VENESSA MCLEAN Facebook. Same VENESSA MCLEAN. McLean, so it's Vanessa McClean Music on Facebook and on the Instagram and on the YouTube as well as the songs have been released as singles, and they're available for download on iTunes and DistroKid and Amazon and all the and the Bandcamp as well, supports artists and so on. Just wanted to ask you, Empress Rose, which stations are you going to be on in Jamaica next year?
I don't want to release to the public as yet. Yeah.
We're gonna find out,
but I can release one.
I'm happy.
Yes.
I am happy for that because of the slant from which your programs comes, that it's so diverse in terms of the musical energy that emits from the programs, and it will be a refreshing dosage when the world gets you another addition to your program and your show, Dr. Empress Rose. That's what I wanted to say about that.
I appreciate the sentiments as well. I am very appreciative of it. But yes, I can say yes. One of the stations I will be on will be Roots FM. So please look out for me. I have a brand new show highlighting the indigenous communities. I will have an ad that will run on my show. I probably have two shows left for the year, and you will hear more, as it comes towards the third one. I'm looking to be on Roots FM, and I want everyone that's listening right now, you can go ahead and you can start downloading the app. Yeah, that's correct. Empress Rose.
Yeah, because
Dr.
it's
Empress
very
Rose
good that you're coming
live.
from roots, because from the roots up, roots and indigenous music, it just goes hand in hand. I think it's a divine intervention from the Most High, and I look forward to that, so we can be sharing in our groups and sharing the positive vibration and energy that will come from you, Dr. Empress Rose. We thank you once more again as women in the music industry for lifting up other women.
I thank you for coming through, and we will vibe out with Life Goes On, and I appreciate you really coming through and sharing a little bit about your album as well as the music with a community who asked for me to bring on, females that have positive vibes and spread positivity at this time of year as well. You fit the criteria. Again, thanks for coming through.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
All right, dear.
Bye.
We're going to vibe out with Life Goes On.
Stop roaring, but oh sweet world, we will rise again. Life goes on and on and on. Let the rhythm start to play. Life goes on and on and on. Another baby born today. Life goes on. Mother Nature on display. Life goes on. So don't you give up hope. Diseases are spreading, famine on the land. Earth's equilibrium spells doom. No spring blooms, nor autumn leaves to prune. Believe me, we gonna make it through the night. I'm singing, life goes on and on and on. Let the rhythm start to play. Life goes on and on and on. Another baby born today. Life goes on. Mother Nature on display. Life goes on. So don't you give up hope. What kind of plague is this? Stuck in the land. I see the plan. Evil is at hand. Teacher toe. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Shake 'em hands. The darkest hour. It's just before dawn. Life goes on. Let the rhythm start to play. Life goes on and on and on. Another baby born today. Life goes on. Mother Nature on display. Life goes on. So don't you give up hope. Gone into another world with a different world. Yeah, 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 yeah. We gone into another world with a different.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're vibing to the tunes of Vanessa McClean. She's home away from home, hailing out of the UK. Okay? Well, coming right